Previously on Assassin's Creed.
You see, she's fine.
In
a manner of speaking. We're assassins now, not hidden ones.
From the Arabic, Hashishim.
Assassin. Assassins, Assassin.
And do we have a mentor? Is that still the practice?
William Miles.
William Miles. I'd like to meet William Miles. Would you bring him to me? It's time to take the fight to these Templars, as you call them.
Oh, Loki 变成救世主了。所以现在我是控制 Loki 吗？
The bleeding effect shouldn't take long to kick in. A few days at most. So here we go.
哦，所以后面还有故事的。哇 ，Loki 变成救世主了啊！哦，我看到了，奥丁的枪了。哇，拉血
Is it you?
！Yes, it is me, Mario. 我生气了，我终于成为奥丁了。我 sorry buddy， 这集有可能是最后一集哦。因为什么呢？因为教团呢剩下最后一个啊。这个打完过后呢，就应该没有什么故事了啊。现在剩下最后一个地方，应该是最后一个地方吧？应该是剩下这个啊，全部都塞到满满了。还有别的地方没？这个来了，现在开始了。
Hamptonshire, the last Saxon stronghold,
the
and
last
very
one,
heavily guarded. King Alfred is preparing for war. You will meet tremendous resistance. As will Alfred. Is Guthrum Jarl there with his army? He is. He and Ubba have gathered a sizable force and intend on launching an attack on Alfred soon. If we support their assault, England will fall to us, a pagan land where a multitude of gods may freely roam.
OK， 来，我们去 Hampton。
What is it? Eivor, you must not go. You must not.
Oh?
The signs, the portents, they shout and wail. Your leaving will be our doom.
却会死。
Speak clearly, Valka. What have you seen?
I have thrown the bones. I have stirred the offal of beasts. And in the rising steam, I saw the end of it all. Though this battle you may win, this war you will not. Your foe will be your master. Your hope will be your grief. This is fate. Our fate.
I thank you for this, Valka. But the yawns of fate are too frayed for me to follow now. I owe this fight to my friends and allies. And I will see it through.
Go then, with great care. But know that the home you leave will not be the home to which you return.
哈？回来再也不是我的家了，什么意思？有人要背叛我吗？
Eivor, you come at Guthrum's call. It is good to see you. And you,
为什么你会在这里的？
There is an uneasy peace here. Both armies with their hackles up. Was blood spilled?
No. We took Wareham without resistance. These Saxons accompany their lord as we stand beside Guthrum.
So this fort is not the sum of his ambitions. Guthrum's plan is to bring the Saxons to the table.
If he can win the peace without a fight, he will do so.
And how likely is that?
Just now they sit on their thumbs in the church, talking in circles. Come, I will take you to him.
还没有打起来吗？要不然
Who's
骂什么？
Guthrum meeting here? Is it Alfred?
That's right. The king of the West Saxons has agreed to negotiate. Seems we have him on the back foot.
Guthrum should be careful. Alfred speaks with Loki's tongue.
Loki 不知道怎么想
Guthrum is not a babe
他在
at
玩着
teat,
Eivor 的记
Nor
忆
is。Alfred.
你的
If he
骂
has
他
come, it is for his own advantage.
Then give us counsel. Stand by Guthrum, show our strength. The king of Hayseeds will soon be humbled, trust me.
We took this town as if it were a straw hall. Do not challenge me, Elf King.
Your show of swagger and strength has my attention, Guthrum. But we agreed on terms.
这应该是主教来
What
的。
more do you want?
The crown of Wessex.
Wessex has a king, and that king has the backing of the Almighty. Yours is a fever dream, Dane.
王位是可以抢来的， 什么古时人绝不低头？这又怎么回事啊？王位是帮谁啊？我都不知道了。来，我下
Guthrum does not negotiate with oath breakers, men whose words are only shadows of their faults.
Ah, Eivor. Our blunted tool returns, Lord.
I have given you all I care to. A Danegeld to leave wearing. You swore an oath upon the cross, and that pagan hammer.
And when you scurry back to whatever shit-soaked hovel you crawled from, we will release your men.
Speak again, handmaid, and I will feed your tongue to Eivor's raven.
A fair trade. We already have your cock.
Are we done with this pissing contest? If Guthrum has given you his word, he will honor it. We will leave this town.
所以打不成啊！
You have one day.
收买我
Do not test the king's patience further, or our men will return to Wareham with force.
And if you doubt my conviction, know that the Avon River near Uffentune runs red with the blood of your countrymen. Their commander, what did his men cry as he fell? Ula? Uba?
乌巴是谁啊？乌巴
That was it.
乌巴巴
Remember, you have taken my silver. In return, I expect your honor. I will await news of your retreat in Chippenham.
Uber dead? It cannot be. Gods, I will tear that Saxon's skin from his bones if this is true.
Alfred hisses with a snake tongue, but he gains nothing from this lie.
When news of this spreads through the camp, no Saxon will survive the day.
You swore upon the cross.
Oh, I have no intention of cowing to that milk sack. Now more than ever, I will take his throne and his head.
In Winchester, Alfred used me as a tool and cast me aside. So let the betrayer be betrayed. We will burn this village to the ground. After that, we take care of Alfred.
直接开战了啦！哈哈，外面的人是怎么知道开战的？哦，吹喇叭、啊。哇，这神枪好长啊！哈哈哈，长长硬硬的，哦，哇，一击就死了！哇，哈哈哈，不愧是神器啊！来，我们的目的是烧物质，哦，烧，还有哪里物质？哎，这个算物质嘛？这个也烧了，这个不知道可以不可以烧啊？来，烧！哦，原来还有一个！哎呀，朋友死了！他压到我前面，杀死我朋友。
We can rest here a moment. Now, tell me what you know of that breaker of rings. Weak and wretched troll.
Alfred is a wily fox. He appears frail, but draws upon an inner strength. He'll not be easy to oust.
Fury will fuel my army and my claim.
It will not be enough. You must find a weakness.
Yes, that is why I called you here. Do you balk at the opportunity to bury the Saxon king?
I must first hear a plan to balk at.
Alfred spoke of Chippenham, a squat hovel of sheep and peasants.
So why does he go there and not to Winchester? Your scouts must know they're the best in England.
A holiday feast, their Saxon Christ Mass. Alfred will warm his heels by the fire, while Uba lies cold in an English field.
Soma, ride north to the Thames and lead my allies south. They should be gathered by now.
I will.
Gather on the river passing Chippenham. The rest of you set up camp there. I called you Raven Feeder once. At Porchester, you were as hot-headed as Thor. You have become a true leader, Eivor.
There's much to come, Guthrum, before we can rest with meat in our hands and songs in our ears.
Eivor, you made it unscathed.
Yes, of course. 可是你为什
They
么快过
came
我的？
from all over England.
哇，这就是全个英国的盟友啊！啊，后面那个比较帅的那个点头的哦，其实是 Eivor 的前男友来的。那一个关卡嘞，我没有玩呢。
I never thought it possible, Eivor, that you would rally Saxons and Norse under your black-feathered banner.
They see the tyranny of this elf king. He would crush them all under heel and plug their hearts with his god.
So what is the plan, Eivor? When
直
is
接
their
冲
feast
进去
day?
打啦，还 What's the
A few
plan？
nights from now, but their revelry has already begun. We should attack now.
That is unwise. Soldiers pace the paths of the village.
Then the night of the feast, under cover of darkness. That is when we will strike.
Uba will not have died in vain.
We await your instructions, Eivor.
等晚上了，好了，直接打啦，不用
Let
聊
us
了。
plan our approach. But whatever happens, Alfred is mine.
They are not expecting us. We should not meet much resistance on the way.
Then quietly through the fields. It will already be too late once they see us.
Your young Saxons can be our eyes to the west. Better to keep their soft hands away from the conflict.
My scouts reported that a few nobles have arrived for the festivities already.
Good. If we capture the Thanes, there will be no danger when I confront Alfred.
And we could persuade them to support a new king of Wessex. I will subdue the lords.
所以
Take
还没有打
Deolaf
仗
and
哦，还
Tifta
要
with
绑
you. It
架
could。prove useful in convincing the Thanes. Rhoda, take Erke and Stowe and capture the garrison. Make quick work of any Saxons that dare cross into the village.
Gladly, Eivor.
We each know our parts. May they blunt their swords against our might. Tonight, Wessex's last resistance will crumble.
I follow you, Eivor.
And I!
Be ravening wolves and croaking ravens. Stand firm. Your axe arms strong. And together, we will win this final battle. And remember, Alfred is mine. Alfred! Face
Come on,
me!
come on.
And I will spare the last of Wessex from my torch.
Did you think my king would turn his back on you, Eivor? When your knife is smeared with the blood of wearers?
Stand aside, Goodwin. I
所以
come
只
for
有你这
Alfred.
mini boss 而
Alfred is
已啊。
long gone. And this good Christian feast, a cup of honey wine, to trap some wasps.
Where is he?
Calling his allies to his side.
还有 A 来
All
呗，
those
整个
who
英国
wish
都
to
是我的
see
盟友了。
Wessex under one god. You cannot win England with your sorry crew of deluded farmers and godless fools.
At least I would not leave them to die as I scurried through the corn husks like a rat.
You have no understanding of duty, the loyalty I freely give. His plan for England, for the world, is worth the cost of my life.
哇，被洗
Then
脑到
sing
好
your tuneless
惨啊
hymns.
你。
Come, Raven Feeder, do your worst.
OK, I will kill you！ 哇！等，喂，那么强啊你！哇！哎呦，这招一定要用啊，是开招来的。
I have
哇，
no
为什么
fear of
他
death.
明明被我打到这样，他还可以挡呢？
Only darkness will come to claim you.
哎呦！哈哈！这飞过去，哇！他有8皮了，哎，打赢啊！哈哈，还丢武器啊你，丢炸弹啊！
You are beaten, Goodwin.
Beaten? No, not so. By my death, my lord may live.
Alfred used you, fool. He threw you in my path. For what? He only delays what is inevitable.
Kill me then. It makes no odds. For here you stand, bloody and breathless, no closer to my king, no closer to his throne. This island will never be your home, Eivor. You will not subdue her with vicious force or win her with cocksure words. We Saxons will always stand firm, shoulder by shoulder against thieves and tyrants whose envious eyes fall upon England.
哇，那么就杀了你了，
If
拜
I
拜
must。strike down all of England to subdue her,
Let it begin with you.
这个已经被洗脑到这样啊，他一定
Into
不
your
会
hands I commit my spirit.
放过他，他一定会对付我的。哇，好大力哦！Sorry, you can be。哎，真的是中性的狗啊！可是你被洗脑太过厉害了啦，洗脑。
Solma! The men of Wessex! They came from every house and hovel.
Captain America!
Solma, fall back!
哎呀，卡卡 ，No!
For life!
For life, no! 你不要死了，你说嘛？哦，说嘛？
For death! For glory! Solma!
No， 说嘛？难怪那个神婆会跟我讲，打赢了等于是惨赢啊！帮助我的盟友，哎，哪里？哦，前面！哎，你怎么啦你？
This is no time for weep wailing.
哦，来，我扛你！可是我要扛你是带走你去
Closing in around my eyes.
这件家。
It frightens me. Give me the
Hunwald, listen to me. You survived the Battle of Bottleston. Do not let this scratch best you now.
I'm so cold.
No， 该不会是我所有的盟友都死啊？
As winter comes so soon,
You will warm yourself with mead and dancing yet, my friend.
perhaps not, Eivor. It may be I will sit beside my father soon.
No，
Will he be proud of me?
He will pull you to his breast, sob bright words of welcome, and tell you no man ever had a worthier son.
所有盟友都死了，难怪那神婆会阻止我去打仗。
I am glad to have known you, Eivor. My truest.
还有其他的盟友啊，我还要去救啊！还有其他2个啊，在哪里？前面。哦，不准受伤了。我帮你报仇，不准。绑着，这是加成哦，坏人来的。哇，打赢了。可是我死了多少个盟友了？一个扫马，还有一个男的。哎呦！
They are routed! The city is ours! Wessex will follow!
Guthrum Jarl,
Wessex.
we're not without losses. Some of them grave.
Their king is fled! His patsy struck down! Defeat rings loud in their ears, and I will be their lord before the spring is here!
Guthrum, hear me. Soma is... She's gone.
Soma? Dead?
Yes, so must
She has gone to the endless feast, and is the better for it.
Many fought for us and died. They deserve peace.
Are you ready to honor them?
Yes, there is nothing more to say.
Time to send our friends to their great reward. Will you do the honors?
Nothing awaits them. They lived, they died. And now their bodies will burn to cinders. Their saga ends here.
Well, do not share that with them.
Victory is ours. But it came at a great cost. Soma Jarlskona, who stood at Guthrum's right hand. She will live on in our memories, from now till the end of days. And to your warrior, husband, and friend, he made the ultimate sacrifice. I here repay it. And to Hunwald, whose kind heart has now led him to his father's side.
哦，我才是那个最后我跟他
May
一
his
起
God
的。
welcome him with open arms.
那么他讲的第二个人是谁来的？还有第二个人是谁？我不知道啊。
Let us send them on their way. All our beloved dead. Our fallen warriors. And speed them to their end.
嗯，没有讲话的。
Guthrum.
When the Reeve died, did he take comfort in knowing he would soon see his god?
He was strangely peaceful in the end, as if death meant nothing.
We stumble through our years, ravenous, grasping, spilling blood, stealing gold, and it is never enough. This life is never enough. Would it not soothe you to know there is something beyond all this? Not war and valor, but quiet and peace?
你要加入他们啊，不是吧？
I think the afterlife men hope for is only a reflection of their regret in this life. All I wish for now is to live among the friends I have made. That is what counts.
Alfred made me swear fealty upon the cross of their god's son. He held such faith in it, a plain, unadorned thing. It burned between my fingers, as if I had pulled it from the fire. A feeling strange and powerful, but gone in an instant. I have not felt its like before.
他开始有信仰了。
What will you do now?
Whatever I must do. England is my final home, Eivor. And I will do what it takes to remain.
I should return to Swanborough and tell her of who
哇，
I
5000
was
多米，那么远。
Better the news comes from me than a stranger.
哦，我的结局，他的老婆很大只，他老婆，
Eivor?
你的老公死翘翘了。
Swanborough, I...
No. Gods, no. Don't say it, please, Eivor. Don't say it.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry.
Oh! My own one. No. My poor swan. Oh, gods.
他战斗得很英
You
勇。
fought bravely and turned the tide to secure a victory. Your dear Hunwald died a hero and will be so remembered.
Oh, gods. I know he would have fainted to hear
还
such
好我讲这
praise
句
from
话，
your
如果给你进一进就惨了咯。
Thank you, Eivor. Thank you.
He walks among warriors now.
Yes. The lucky man. I imagine he does.
I know words are a poor salve for a wounded heart. I'll leave you to mourn and know that we're here for you, always, should you need us. Something for me.
有东西给我？
A letter
你的头
requesting
怎
your
么啦？你
presence
的
in
头
the
我看到你的
southwest,
骷髅头了。
a village called Athelney.
Nothing strange about a summons for me, is there?
It is not the recipient I find strange. It is the sender. The letter is signed a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
A mysterious partner.
For a short time, I hoped it
Mysterious
might be
partner,
Bass in
Nokia.
feeding us
That
the
is
names
sweet.
of these targets. He seemed the most likely man for a time.
Only one way to discover the truth. Thank you, Hytham. I'll take care of this.
这是什么鬼东西？不用读了，这是。我先向那个烂地府复命先。
Hamptonshire has fallen, and with it the kingdom of Wessex. But the cost was great, maybe too great for all we
没
gained.
想到这一关有一点
Rest
短。
then. You have earned it.
On the backs of so many. Time will tell if it was worth it.
整个地图都是我们的黑乌鸦了等一下你有东西要跟我讲。哇，已平定英格兰了，可是那个皇帝还没有杀到哎。那么现在，哦哟，还有一个地图那么小个在后面呢，哈哈。现在剩下这最后一个地方了。嘿呦，是你吗？之前偷偷写信给我的，难道你暗恋我？大老远的就知道我的魅力了哦。
All right there?
Yes. Hello. I do not mean to intrude, but I'm looking for someone.
And who would that be then?
I do not know exactly.
Well, that'd be why you ain't found him. But you're free to pass the time just here if you like.
Thank you.
所以写信不是你啊？还是你偷偷观察我？来，我们去河边徐先。不是去一个一个人问吗？是你写信给我吗？没有去问呢，在这里睡觉啊？你在等谁？
These are soul cakes, love. Do you know soul cakes?
I do, I enjoy them.
They're small things, size of a lumpy fist, so they'll bake fast. Keep your eyes sharp.
And the butter, do I baste them?
No need, love. We'll leave the butter for meal time.
I look forward to it.
Right then.
Alfred!
I'll leave
Alfred,
you
go
to
on.
this. If you need me, I'll be doing the washing up next door.
Quite a
你在这里
step
扮
down
好
from your
人都
former work.
骗不了
Lord.
我，你就是主角啊！是我要杀
As
的
their
人。
guest, I volunteer to help with the daily chores. They offer me a bed. I tend the cakes.
Do they not feel strange giving orders to their king? Or do they know?
That knowledge would benefit no one.
I read your message. You went through a great deal of trouble to obscure yourself as this poor soldier of Christ. As I remember, you even sent yourself one of these letters in Winchester. A clever touch.
The order wanted me dead. I had to be careful.
教团人想杀你，你自己就是教头的头啊！
Pled
教团的
ignorance.
头啊！
But you knew everything. Their names, their schemes.
Would you join me for a walk? I've never been so far west. I find it quite peaceful here. Calming.
I've traveled a long way to hear one name, Alfred. Who is the Order's Grand Magister?
Tell your shadowy friends that England is swept clean. Your work is done.
Oh,
You.
Grand Magister was not a title I desired. It passed to me on the death of my brother. From my father before him. Defilers of God's majesty and grandeur. I was their master, and I loathed them. With Goodwin, I set a plan in motion to destroy the Order from within. But my troubles with the Danes delayed that plan.
哦，
But
破坏
your
教
trouble
团
with
也
this
是你
Dane
暗
is
中
what led to their
让我
demise.
杀的。
You are Norse, are you not?
You have a good ear.
I owe you my thanks, Eivor. For that, I give you this. The key to my study. That you may better understand the good you have done. With the order all but destroyed, you have made room for a greater idea. One to take its place. A universal divine order, inspired by God for the betterment of man.
With a poor fellow soldier at its head.
You have saved England. Whether or not that was your intent. Now let England save you.
England is no more, Lord. You're the last of her kings, and yet you have no kingdom.
Look around you. God's works are wondrous. They cannot be ignored, nor resisted. In time, all those who accept God will flourish, and all those who defy him will fall away. Should you remain in England, you too will one day be her subject.
Oh, bloody crumbs! The cakes are burned. Where is that man? Young man!
Where is that man?
That may have earned me a night of washing linens. I do not know if we shall meet again, Eivor. God willing, we will. As one lord to another, perhaps.
想不到哦，你这个 Big
I'm
Boss
coming,
是
my
好
lady.
人哦。
I'm here.
所以这故事是算是完结了啊。可是我用 Loki 回来是干嘛呢？打发时间啊。哦，应该是打发时间啊。
Here you are, Hytham. The last of the Order sigils. You'll find King Alfred's among them.
King Alfred?
哦，多的斗篷。哦，我现在可以拿多的。
He did, but they
锤子
were
了。
one and the same. Our poor fellow soldier of Christ was the Grand Magister of the Order of the Ancients.
He turned on his own order. Fascinating.
Not turned so much as trampled. His devotion to Christ and what he calls a universal order set him against them from the start. With all sincerity, he loathed the title, the duty he had inherited, and wished them destroyed.
Wonderful. With his abdication, the last stronghold of the Order has been dismantled. All that remain are scraps here and there. And you, Eivor. Now that you have seen our enemy and you understand our cause, I wonder if you would join us. Become a hidden one.
Was this your ultimate goal, Hytham? A trial by fire? It is a kind offer, but I do not believe we fight for quite the same cause. Your creed demands that you keep your triumphs hidden. I prefer my glory to be in plain view for all to see.
If I taught you our creed, if you spent time with it, it could open your mind to another view.
Another view is always welcome, but to live without celebrating one's glory and honor and achievements is not a life for me. But know this, I would give my life in a moment for those I love, and who love me in return. All here, including you, my friend.
I understand you well, Eivor.
不是要跟他睡啊？哦，没有跟他睡啦。我终于找到雷神索尔的锤子了。不过首先呢，这个地方呢是位于就是这个挪威的最北方啦。这个地方呢，就是我们打奥丁和那罗吉的，然后它的位于在这里啦。然后你一定要装备好全部雷神索尔的装备，你才可以拿得动哦。来，我们拿。哇，我2把神器了，哈哈哈哈。OK， 这次任务就真的是做完了啦，什么东东都没有了。我也试过回去现实世界，可是那个 Loki 啊，完全没有故事了的哦，是不是要等 DLC 啊？我也不清楚了。好啦，这次我们已经报捷了，谢谢你们收看，我们下次再见了 ，Goodbye。